All right. Good morning, everybody. I am here with James and Mike from Masters of the Bitcoin. So before we're just taking a look here at your fancy schmancy new place in Etheria. Before we do a whole bunch here, tell me a little bit about Masters of the Bitcoin.
Do I go?
Sure, if you want to.
Well,
Go
I
for
guess
it.
Masters of Bitcoin started around 2017, 2018, where I guess like me and David had got together and started tossing around some ideas. Actually, David had tossed at me the idea of the Masters of the Bitcoin of just like creating this retro inspired like action figure collection. I remember like just researching He-Man, G.I. Joe, just taking it back to like I guess my childhood loves, because I loved G.I. Joe and I loved He-Man back then. So it was just like really exciting when he bought the project to me. So, and that, I guess, like after like it was on the shelf for a few years, we got back together around January last year, or was it April of last year, and we revisited the idea. So we gathered a bunch of characters, both in the real world and I guess like characters that we've made up, and we've created this collection that we've just like recently released to the world, and we're hoping to just like take the NFT world by storm.
That sounds pretty fantastic. And so how long have you been around for?
How long have I been around for?
How long has Masters of the Bitcoin been around for?
I guess like around like 4 years.
Okay,
Right off the
yeah.
top of my head. Yeah. We came up with the concept back in, I think I mentioned like 2017 or 2018 when we did our first ones.
That's pretty fantastic.
The NFT collection just launched here on the 31st.
Okay. And
So they started with some physicals back a few years ago and conceptualized the whole idea. And then when the NFT thing started popping off, it just was a natural progression. When they started off, it's difficult to figure out how to begin, and you see all these other projects that are coming out with basic art and making a bunch of money, but there's not much to it, and they obviously didn't want to do anything like that. So, and there isn't many things to compare Masters of the Bitcoin with, so it's difficult for them to begin to launch, essentially. And then that's where MetaBuilders came in. We ended up being referred through a friend, and yeah, we've been working together since about April. We ended up going to Shitcoin 2022 and representing them there, and that's where we launched the Ken Bosack conference that sold out.
nice. That's all pretty fantastic. And so now you're here as well.
Yes.
Welcome to the Metaverse.
Well, glad to be here.
This is going to be a pile of fun.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking, you said that you had a drop or that your collection launched the 31st, so that's 2 days ago. Where can I find your stuff if I want it?
Nefty Blocks.
Nifty Blocks, my favorite.
Or at mastersofthebitcoin.com.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's where this QR code goes to. Should probably test that out before I run away here. Oh, yeah, it works. Good. Excellent. So I can go over to mastersofthebitcoin.com from your fancy schmancy QR code here and take a look at your website and see all your stuff and buy all the things. And then what? Once I buy all the things, what do I do with them?
So there is the reason why we went with Nifty Blocks and Wax, because there was lots of conversations about where they should drop the first episode, because there's going to be 3 episodes. There's a ton of characters still coming, but anyhow, the reason why we chose Nifty Blocks is for the pack opening experience and the blending and gamification of the NFTs. So essentially what you can do is hold on to the NFT and obviously do the NFT thing, trade it, do what you will. but you also have the option to burn the pack and open it to get a crumpled package as well as an open version of the action figure, which then would put in motion the acquiring of the physical action figure.
Okay.
And mind you, we have yet to do that side of things, so we don't have the exact process of how it, from beginning to end customer experience. However, we do already have a manufacturer, and we have manufactured them ourselves. We just have not gone through the process yet of somebody burning the NFT and us going through that. So expect some, first time feelings.
Absolutely. And that's pretty exciting. I know Nefty Blocks was talking about the whole physical merchandise thing a couple months ago, and it sounded really neat. And I'm very excited to have that actually happen.
Absolutely.
So,
This is the direction we were going, for sure.
Excellent. So what are you going to build on your fancy new space in the metaverse? Do you have any ideas yet, or were you just thinking about brainstorming something or building an action figure?
Yeah, we were thinking about we talked to a few of the our partners and like NFT the movie, and we were talking with Corey from Uplift World and Blocks, thinking about collaborating with everyone here to build something that fits in with the community, but definitely incorporating the characters.
I like that. I think that would be fun. I can just picture. I mean, you've got a good elevation here with everything surrounding, and if you had a couple of figures hanging out right here, that would look pretty nifty. Yeah.
So yeah, James is the one that's the artist for all of this work, and he's been working on this for years. So we're really excited to, get him exposed to this NFT world.
Right.
Absolutely.
And it's been a blast working with Mike and just like just listening to all the ideas that he brings and finally like helping us like come as far as we have, and we're looking forward to like all of the ventures that we'll be just getting into that we're excited about. So just like great job by Mike.
I'm excited too. It's always fun when something like this just comes together and works, and you get to see all your stuff out there and people are talking about it and using it, and it's a good time. Well, we should put up some gratitudes. Is there a place where you would be okay with putting up some gratitude signs?
Yeah. I would say off on the edge of the build, we may have to move them depending on who the builders are, because they're the type to just like scoot this over, like move this now.
Yep, that's the thing. Well, let's see here.
I don't get in their way.
Yeah, there's lots of spaces. We could even do just up the post of the billboard here too. That's or over onto the side.
I'm just looking for sea lanterns in my inventory here.
Oh, I have lots of those.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get back in the mix. It's been, like I said, I started this whole Uplift thing like the day you guys opened up, and I built. This is the very first time I had ever played Minecraft in my life, so I'd never even heard of a WSD pad or whatever.
Yeah.
WASD pad. Never even heard of that in my life. Yeah. So this has been quite the journey just to get to where I'm at, and So
that's fun.
Right. Yeah. Not only did Uplift World, bring me into Minecraft world, but it's bringing a lot of people from Minecraft world into cryptocurrency world and NFT world.
that would be my side of the journey. I hadn't done very much with crypto until all of a sudden the Uplift appeared in my life, and one thing led to another, and suddenly I had some crypto, and then what? So
Right.
yeah.
I remember it when you're like, I can buy gift cards with wax, like, or Upliftium. I'm just like, dude, this is rad.
Yes.
I'm stacking Upliftium like it's going out of style. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm hanging on to it. I don't know what I plan to do with it, but I am hanging on to it. I guess probably put up some more portals. Those are super useful.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done plenty of portals.
Yeah, weren't you the one who did that really gigantic portal installation with a whole bunch of things that went to places? That I guess just finds portals. But
Yeah, it was
yeah.
I own 44 Uplift World properties, and they span across the entire map of London, the majority of them. And I was like, being that it's survival, it takes forever to get anywhere. You can't fly, can't, do anything. And every time I'd ride a cart, it would just disappear, So I was like,
Yeah.
this ain't working. And so I spent 200 million Upliftium and lots of my brain cells to develop a map of the Uplift world. We shrouded the entire map, went out and bought elytras from TC's mall, and flew around to building our portal network. And then once that ended up being installed by you guys, it's just 10x. We went from an entire new age, like literally from walking to teleportation. It was amazing, and we built a ton of stuff.
It makes a huge difference in terms of being able to do things.
Absolutely. And then we also, the whole point of, this is to build an economy so that people can come play and do their thing, but also make a sustainable passive income. It's like, we built a bunch of stores everywhere. We're selling torches at all of our portal hubs and shrouded maps that are linked to our main location, where we plan to have QR codes that link to our website so that people can buy our building services through the physical locations here in the Uplift world via Upliftium. That is the end goal for this ecosystem.
That's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We're in London at 1800, 1100, I think, or the other way around, 1100, 1800 SDP portal hub.
That sounds about right. Yep. I still haven't actually checked out the portal hub, I'm embarrassed to say, so I'll have to do that.
Oh, yeah, I stopped stomping my feet about it a long time ago. I was like, dang it, everybody come look at my portal hub. But it's a little bit out of the way until I connected with the Sarah.
Yeah, the spawn portal. I've seen
Correct,
that.
Yeah.
I know where that is.
Yeah, it's right there at spawn.
Yeah, that's easy to find. Okay.
Yeah, and then you just hop right in there, and I've got the SDP packs there with the purple owl.
Yep.
All the way in the back corner.
I will have to give that a try and see where I end up. Go exploring.
Sorry, James, we're kind of nerding out over here.
Yeah, I'm learning. I'll just say that.
Yeah, we're making money right now doing this, walking around in here.
Really?
Oh yeah, yep. That's how the rewards work.
That's really interesting.
I don't know what they track for rewards. Nobody wants to share that information, but they do track certain things. It changes often, and surprise, you get crypto in your wallets.
Yeah, well, I mean, these things at the peak, I was making about $60 a week on Upliftium.
Yep.
And that is with very few people, like maybe 100 people playing the game. If you imagine we can open this up to 10,000 or more people playing in a server, and people are actually coming, and doing things on a regular basis, engaging in commerce, it's like, it's going to be a game changer for a lot of people in a lot of different countries. Like, you could come from Thailand right now and play this game and actually make a living.
Yes. Yeah, that's a huge deal.
Yeah, and that's what excites me the most, and that's why we're here. And a lot of people don't really understand it, especially when you look at the high quality art that James has created in Masters of the Bitcoin. They were a little apprehensive to add these characters to the Minecraft ecosystem because of the difference in the quality of art, but it's not about the art and the way the characters look. It's about the functionality and the economy that's able to exist in here, and the massive amount of people compared to how many people are in the NFT space to begin with. There's quite a community in the Uplift world building galleries and actual physical stores that are connected to real life websites that people can purchase real items. It's basically a 3-dimensional website that people can have fun in.
It sounds interesting. Are there any
really
stores that I would know right off in the world?
I mean, there's probably artists that you may know.
Yeah,
I think you love the Darth Maul gallery.
The Maul gallery is just delightful, and there are a lot of artists and a lot of art galleries that are just absolutely wonderful.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at the banner, and I guess it's nice to see what how we could have our work inside the Uplift world, where like I guess when we first saw it, like the Minecraft characters, they weren't like all the painstaking hours that went into just because Master of the Bitcoin, it was all done by hand.
Mm-hmm.
So just like you would hate to go into an atmosphere where you lose all of that detail where all your hard work went into. But as I'm looking at it right now, I guess that's a billboard of the non-coiner and the Masters of the Bitcoin logo. I guess we can go inside and actually see the work as it is and not just pixelated and block characters. So yeah, I see the potential. I like it.
Yeah, well, we have, and I should probably send this to you as well. We do have a link from someone in the community who took the time to figure out what the color palette was for Minecraft for the artwork. So you can actually translate your artwork into the weird number of colors. It's 256 or less, I think, that Minecraft actually can display before you put your artwork up in the world so that you can take a look at what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, you're seeing what is very common, which is that it still looks pretty good, but it's not the colors you're expecting. So
yeah, you can tell where you blended it in up at the shiny part of his forehead, and it's just one color as opposed to a blend of colors.
Yep, it's all a little different, but
it looks great though.
Yeah, and then I see how you show where the QR code takes us to our website.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
scan it on your phone and check it out. Well, not right now. I don't want you to mess your audio up.
Okay. Right? Yeah, I'm talking on my phone right now because I couldn't get my laptop microphone to work. So, but that's all right. I'm still enjoying the experience.
This is,
and I'm enjoying learning too.
Yeah, there is a lot to learn, and I forget that sometimes. I mean, I've been in the Minecraft world since 2011, I think. So to me, it's second nature. But there is actually quite a bit to learn if you're new.
Yeah, totally. I haven't I haven't owned a video game since Sega Genesis. Yeah, that's how far back I go. I remember my thing is I was really hooked on playing video games to the point where I went 6 months without drawing. So what I did was I packaged up my system, all my games, gave it to my brother, bought art supplies, and never looked back. So when I look at this now and I'm looking at it, I say, wow, how things have changed.
Yes.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
They really have. Yeah, it's pretty impressive the amount of things that you can do in here, and how, I mean, you still need the various different platforms for the various different things. We don't have any audio in the Minecraft world yet. We don't have video, but you can use a QR code and you can use an external streaming platform,
Right.
and it works. So
Yeah, I guess that part of it makes it interesting to people like me, because like I said, like I swore off video games, and like I've no, even like as they've advanced over the years, I've always felt like there's no really interest for me in them, because you're just sitting and looking at a screen all day and not really accomplishing anything. But here, as you said, like you can like create an art gallery where it would be useful to me and like useful to our project, where if something like this would engage me, like, or want me, like, I guess motivate me to get involved or even like learn about it, and just like be a part of it. Whereas before, I just looked at stuff like this and says I'm not even wasting my time. So
yeah, it's easy to want to be involved.
oh yeah, totally. I guess it'll bring the older generation along better, because like as I guess like like an older person would look at a video game like, but as I look at it, maybe I was like older before my time, where it's just like I said, it's a waste of time, really, just sitting there all day just clicking. It's just like there's a world outside that you can experience, but I guess this kind of like bridges the worlds of like reality and virtual reality. As you said, like there could be stores that have like that that have some, where there's a store in the virtual world would still be connected to the store in the real world. So
Yes. Yeah, that's, I think, what I find the most fascinating is that we can connect that way.
that's
And
very interesting. Very
yeah,
interesting.
it kind of
Right, and
changes things.
All right.
that's exactly why we ended up doing what we're doing in this world. That's actually where the idea for Meta Builders originated, was because I was in here looking for people to build for me, because I am illiterate when it comes to these types of things. I can feed pigs, but other than that, I need someone's help. And so I was like, man, this is growing in popularity rather quickly. And then I started understanding that many of these other ecosystems are doing similar things, but not in the way that the Uplift World is doing it. They're doing it via the NFT stuff and whatnot, but the potential still is equally as gigantic as these other, quote unquote metaverses.
Right.
So I was like, this is something that absolutely will need a service behind. Not only that, but it'll be an entire service industry, because now the services will grow the more virtual, places exist, because people, will compete, and therefore it creates a market, and we are at the head of that market for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. And I'm excited. It can only grow. And that's the part that, I don't know, I want to stick around and see what happens. I'm curious. I want to watch it and be involved.
Right. I'm looking forward to seeing how our project develops within, I guess, the Uplift world. Like I said,
Yeah.
after sitting here and listening to you and Michael, I'm very curious now. Whereas before, I just like Minecraft. I just like I'm going to be dead one day. I don't have time for this. But now I'm more like more interested in like where we can go with this. And yeah. So I guess like I'll be checking it out more in the future, which, like I said, is a big change for me, because I couldn't stand video games.
Yep.
But it may have some function for us in the real world, the bridge.
It definitely does. And you can build art as well, and that's talked about a little less, but you can build art in here. And I mean, you have a palette of 50 billion different blocks here with various colors and stuff, and you put them together in the right way and you can make a picture.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to kind of think about when you're creating. It's not just necessarily as straightforward as build a house, or
Right.
There's lots going on in here. So
Yep, and so that brings me to want to mention the whole reason why we came into the Etheria, because I mean we're all over the place as meta builders and smart digital payments, but the reason why Masters of the Bitcoin is here in Etheria is because throughout the process of partnering with meta builders, Masters of the Bitcoin was able to get into NFT the movie because they are good friends of ours, and and we've been in NFT the movie a few times, and a lot of our friends like Ken Bosack and Nathan and just everyone from the Wax community are all in NFT the movie, so it made sense to collaborate together, and so now we're here bringing our communities together and building the communities that are already intertwined, that are partnering together for marketing efforts and things like that, to bring all of these communities together in one place, and that's right here in the Uplift World.
That's pretty fantastic too. Like if I decide that I think you're pretty awesome, and then I look at the 5 landowners nearest to you, I'm looking around and I'm thinking, oh, and they probably know each other, and so maybe they're all awesome. And then I discover 5 new projects and things I didn't know before, and I like it.
Well, I came up with this great idea to sell services in the Uplift World.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure the people might have it as well, but I just had the idea fresh. Is to take a compass to make these compasses, and then to like hide your lodestone back in a room where no one can access, and then you just charge whatever you charge for your services and just sell in the chest your lodestone compasses, and now people will be able to verify, and it's on the blockchain. When you purchase it, they'll be able to verify that is the lodestoned, compass based on that product. And then when they purchase, they can prove the purchase via hash, and then boom, you get the service.
That's pretty fantastic.
I thought so, because you can just sell them out of the chests, and sell your actual anything.
I really like that. I should learn more about this.
Yeah, I'm glad that because if you hadn't heard about it yet, then I feel comfortable that it was a pretty unique idea.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard about everything, but I'm definitely interested in that. Wanting to know a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, my builder Jaeger BMF, he was the one that gave me the idea for the lodestone. I was like, what can we sell in the chests that can verify that it came from us, so people aren't turning in some bogus item and saying, yeah, this is one of those. It's like, no, if it's not linked to our lodestone in our STP headquarters, it doesn't exist.
That is really neat. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think some more on that, and because there's probably lots of utility there as well.
Absolutely, and I'm trying to figure out a way to where, because I absolutely respect the world that I am in, right? And in order to bring value and derive value at the same time, we want to play by the rules of the world that that we're building in. And we came here because we love the Uplift World and what it stands for. So we want to build value for that. And if the currency of the economy is Uplift World, why aren't we using Uplift World? And if I'm marketing my services in here, yeah, we bring value by bringing community in, but I would rather bring value to the currency that is the world currency of this ecosystem.
Yeah, that's huge. All right.
Go ahead. Well, it's harder to hook everybody's websites up with Upliftium, being able to accept payments in Upliftium. It's much easier to bring everyone into this world and hook them up, using Upliftium for their services, in my opinion, because this would be a group 3D website, like a group effort collaboration website, basically.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
All right, I'm off my pedestal. I just have lots of these grandiose ideas, and I really love what's happening here, and I'm super happy that I'm on this podcast with you guys.
This is fun. We should put up some gratitudes.
Yeah, absolutely. On that note,
I'm
not
a good
whitelisted.
spot? You're not?
No, my builders are. I'm SD Payments, capital SDP.
Let's see if I remember how to do this. Well, the first
You go to the
thing
key
to check is if we're actually even in the right place, because
643 or 6.
Hmm. Hang on here. This. Oh, yeah, we're on the wrong plot. We'll have to move the sign. That's why nothing's working. Whoops. Okay. Well, we can certainly do that.
Lease space here.
Well, that's what happens sometimes.
So, yeah, I'm glad that you were able to see this, James, and be on here, because I know David would have loved to have been here, but he is traveling right now. So
Right, the move.
Yeah. And Trina is a wonderful part of the team, James's wife, and she does lots of work and other things, and so we're handling the podcast today.
Excellent. All right. So I think we actually are up on the hill here. I should double check. Yes. Okay, so over here, can you break any blocks? Yes.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Yay! Yay, Cal!
So, is this a good place to replace the sign, or did you want to go higher up, or what would you prefer?
Dang, we're all the way at the top, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
One moment, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's up?
I just got to plug a charger in.
All right, I think we'll allow it.
I think so.
Yeah, that looks good. It's not obstructed too much by the mountains, or should we go right in between these trees here? I see whose is this right here? Is that NFT the movie?
Yes, it is. So yeah, we could go up here by these trees and kind of.
Yeah, because if we can have something almost the same as that to say, hey, buddy, we see you over here.
Hey, this way.
I feel bad. I woke my kids up talking on a podcast. Just normally they wake up to a dead quiet house.
Well, it certainly happens.
Yep.
And I'm back.
Welcome.
Excellent. There we go. How's that?
That'll do. I'll take out this tree here. Oh, nope. It's not my tree.
Do we want to bring it up a little higher, or?
Yeah, can we bring it up a little bit above the trees?
Yeah, sure.
Trees, please. That's probably decent. Yeah, it would be nice if we could get GIFs and things like that, animations, but that would destroy the server. I will be interested to see, how we are going to be able to scale, with the amount of players, but I always assume technology will advance with our necessities.
I always assume that too, and I think that we learn the things, and having smaller servers at the outset is probably helpful, and better optimization. I mean, we're learning new things about that all the time.
Yeah, I try to think about when we first got into this, when I first got into this space, and what I thought was happening compared to what's happening, what I think is happening now. What I think that I know now is probably not going to be the case 5 years from now, or even 6 months from now.
Probably.
What I can say is that I'm as close to the information as any human being that I know. So if something's changing, I hope to know about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is good. You're within spitting distance of NFT the movie there. Got a screenshot of that.
Yeah, I wish I had that capability of dropping images like that. I would have been so much further in this process.
Well, that's a thing that at the moment we do have a couple more people who are doing it or just started, so it'll take some time to get everybody up to speed, but then hopefully we'll be able to get more up and in.
That's another thing too. If we had some sort of a chest for pictures, you know what I mean? So we could go up and buy a picture, and then we can just have the ability to put one picture up. Boom.
I'm not sure exactly how that would work, because there are different levels of permissions for it, so I'd have to figure that one out. But yeah, that would be great.
Like a potion, create a potion that gives you those permissions for 10 seconds or something. Boom, put the picture up.
Huh. I like this idea.
Yeah, dude, we could do it. We got this.
Huh. I wonder if there's some way to have like a picture, an NFT that grants you one picture, and you have access to put up the picture while that NFT is in your wallet, and as soon as you put up your picture, it self-destructs.
Yeah, or you have to burn it in order to, accomplish it or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work, but there's probably
to make it work within the game mechanics would probably be the most seamless way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
my biggest issue was the scheduling.
Yeah.
On my end, not on your guys' end. That I'm not a tech guy, so sending emails is not my strong suit, and formulating, going through and changing the names on all the documents so they don't have spaces, or it's just like so many prereqs just to be able to put a damn picture up, and it's just like. But I get it, because there has to be roadblocks so that we can circumvent fraud and any inappropriate images, or things like that, but also to maintain the economy, because there has to be consumable items and an ecosystem here and things for people to purchase. Otherwise, what's the point of having a currency or an economy to begin with?
Well, there's all of that, and I think having a lot of it automated would be very helpful, but if a lot of it can be set up through the game mechanics itself, that would be pretty foolproof.
Just throw a potion at the wall and it's got your picture on it. That would be so cool.
Yeah, that would be neat. The only thing about that I'm not sure we could ever get rid of people for, that we couldn't completely automate, is just double checking the QR codes, because that's something that's come up a few times. Dodgy QR codes. Where do they really go? So
yeah, and that, I would say that's the most important part of it, and worth the headache for sure. It's just there's a few things that could be different, like to lame it down for people like me who've never been around computers. I was a construction worker before this, believe it or not. Just like I'm sure you believe it by the way that I talk, but either way, I definitely am not used to the video game world. Like I busted in the Discord world like a bull in a china shop for sure. It's like,
Oh
hey,
yeah,
everyone,
yeah.
I am here. Listen to me.
You and me both. It was a whole bunch of. So I'm old enough to be your mom. How does this Discord thing work?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out.
It was awkward.
Yeah, I stomped my feet out of some Discords quite a few times before I realized that people aren't living on Discord, that they're actually doing other things with their lives.
Yep, it's a thing. All right. So now that we're in the correct place here, where's a good place to stick up some gratitude signs?
I would say as close to between the two as possible. Jeff Crane just messaged us on Messenger and asked if he could add Josh and Heidi to the stream.
Ooh, we should do that.
They're super fun.
Yeah. Let's take a quick look here.
Heidi just mentioned SDP on TikTok this morning. I was super excited to wake up to see that.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I literally have never been in person with a more enjoyable couple. Like they stayed with me in California, and NFT the movie came out for the Crypto Jazz Festival, and they stayed in my Airbnb, and it was like staying with family, but they were strangers at the time. Really, I mean, they were barely above strangers at that point. So,
Yeah.
very likable people. What's that? Yeah, Josh ended up painting live at the Crypto Jazz Festival while I believe it was Tuwanda, who just won the Sarah Vaughan Music Award for exceptional vocalist, exceptional jazz musician. It was pretty cool. And NFT the movie filmed the whole thing.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, they've got a gallery up in the Uplift World as well. Joshua Paintings.
Yep.
So what I was thinking was busting out something like, NFT the movie. I was thinking would be some sort of a movie theater type vibe where they got posters up, whatever, and then we complement that by, putting our advertisements and things up that are collaborations between the two, and so we can. I don't know who's going to own the building or the properties between, but if we collaborate, we can have this big center where people can come and have community events, and we can pull over to NFT the movie area, watch whatever, I don't know what we would do, but
I like that idea. Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to end up in the middle plots either.
It would probably ideally be Uplift World building, like tying everything together, because then we have the sporadic scattered businesses and brands, and then Uplift World ties it all together with the type city type vibe.
Yep.
But I definitely don't think that it should be opened up to any of the people who don't want to collaborate. People who just like, I want to put up a stick figure or whatever,
Yeah, I don't know. It would be really nice to see actually if everyone moving in would collaborate. I mean, what would happen if you had a world the size of Etheria and everybody collaborated with their neighbors? What would that look like?
Is it smaller?
It is. I don't remember exactly how much smaller, but it is smaller. But it's still big enough that, I mean, if you had a whole bunch of people collaborating with each other, it could be a pretty intense time.
Yeah, absolutely. Did they decide to join?
I haven't had any pings, so I'm not sure.
I think we're running on 8 minutes left anyhow. Anyway, or is it an hour long podcast?
It's a however long we want it to be.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty easy going that way. Yeah, I don't see any joiners here. Let's see. Yeah, doesn't look like Heidi is online, and I don't have Josh in any of my groups, I don't think.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, James, what do you think? What's your best idea for this plot, or like a plot in here? Would you think a museum would be better, or just like builds of the characters standing there?
Let me see. I think
Combination.
maybe like a toy store where like the packaged figures could be on a shelf where people could purchase them. Since they're like
Uh,
since they're like action figures, I figure that would a toy store would make use for them. Maybe a vintage toy store because since like the characters themselves are based on like a vintage era for action figures. I'm just like thinking just off the top of my head, just like tossing things out there. And I think that as we go further along, as people get their avatars, that maybe like we could have some lounges in there, or maybe like maybe like say we got the bad guys and we got the good guys. Well, maybe the good guys could have like a headquarters and the bad guys could have their headquarters, kind of like with He-Man, Snake Mountain, and I guess like Bitcoin Castle instead of like Castle Grayskull. You know, it's like I figure like the options are wide open. So I can go on for hours probably. I'm a little tired right now. If you can see the yawn in the back, I just been working a lot.
That's fair.
yeah, you
I
have.
I like those ideas, and for things like a toy store, it would be easy to integrate images to give it that
Uh,
added
yeah,
realism as
I
well.
like the yesteryear feel, like because I love vintage. Vintage is my whole thing, and I don't think I'm the only one out there. Just so like where you could just like people my age can go into a spot where you're just like taken back in time to like when life was just simpler and the images like really like resonate with you. So yeah, that's just what I'm thinking right off.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it looks like you're gonna have to hop in here with me, dude,
Yep.
or at least be on the phone with me. Streaming so that while I have the builders building, you can kind of help me point at what you believe to be, because you're the artist here. I'm just a dude who gets stuff done.
Mhm.
You're getting all the art stuff done, and I appreciate that because
Well, it's a group effort.
Well, you have all the space all the way from the bedrock up to the sky here, so. Hello, Heidi. You are muted.
Heidi, where you at?
Oh, silence.
She messaged. Hello.
I didn't know I was allowed to talk on this awesome show.
Oh, absolutely.
Hi, Heidi.
Hi.
Hello
I
from
just got.
Philadelphia. We're not
You're
as bad as the news says.
you're in Philly?
Right over the bridge. Yeah, I just
Oh
feel
my
right over
gosh,
there.
you're everywhere. Is this
Uh,
Miggy?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Sorry, I'm in the middle of warfare with my two boys, so I might go
Ah,
mute for a
who's
second.
winning?
Neither. I'm gonna kick their butts.
Oh, okay.
Well, it looks like we lost Mike here.
Might come back.
What are you doing in Philly?
I'm doing well. I'm over the bridge right now. Like I moved to Marlton, New Jersey after I got married, so I only visit Philly these days. But it's not home anymore. But it has still has some place in my heart. So where are you located? I hear an accent.
Okay, sorry. No, Utah. I was like, you sound like somebody I know, but I don't think we've ever met.
Where are you located?
In Utah.
In
Salt
Utah.
Lake
Ah,
Valley.
I thought I heard like an accent from like another country for a moment.
Yeah, it's called the mountains.
The where?
The mountains.
Okay.
How
Well,
are you
Heidi?
doing, Jen?
I'm doing real well. Just hanging out and brainstorming things and really
You guys
living
are
good
like
life.
live right now in Minecraft too?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you're the person in there, like wandering around.
Well, Mike is the person wandering around who you can
Okay.
see. If I let's see. That would be me.
So cool.
Perspective. There we go. Not used to doing this view, so
Oh my gosh, I love it. Whose place is this? Okay, Masters of the Bitcoin.
Masters of the Bitcoin, right next to our friends NFT the movie, because that's where you should be.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yep.
There she is.
Am I back?
Yeah, I hear you, Mike.
Welcome
Mike!
back.
I think I kicked him off.
No, I was going to respond to Jeff Crane, and my fat finger kicked me off.
Dang
That's
fat
the
fingers.
They're getting buff from all this typing.
I mean, look at your toy, your action figure. Says it all.
Oh yeah, I really appreciate the fact that it's more attractive than me, because then for the rest of the time, that's what I'll look like. I won't age.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yes, you're immortalized.
I love it. That's a good way to do it. They talked about immortalizing the scriptures. I think this is what they meant.
Probably. Oh, we have a fan. Hello.
Who's that? Oh, is that what's his name? Wampa Stampa? Or is he
Histamon.
just what? What's that?
Who is Histamon? I've seen Histamon, but I'm not making a connection here.
Oh, Histamon. Yeah, Histamon had the big old roller coaster, like one of the first roller coasters.
Okay.
He likes to feed people cake, I believe. Friendly person.
That's always
awesome.
good. I like cake. Trying to get some perspective here. It's not really quite working for a selfie, but
Oh, where are you at? I'm way over here at NFT the movie.
yeah, that's also the place to be.
I got to get in on this selfie. Where is it at?
Yeah. Well, we could pick a place anywhere, really. Probably should be
Just
in front of somebody's sign though. So
right. Is there a way we can get them both in? That'd be awesome.
kind of. We'd have to come back.
Probably not.
Your ways.
It won't. Might not render in.
Yeah, it might. I don't know. Let's see. I go right here. Yes.
Oh, our poor little sign. I'm gonna have to get us some big old signs up here. We're gonna dwarf you out there, Jeff. I know you're listening.
There we go. Okay.
I'm gonna get a bigger sign than you, buddy. You better hop in here.
Oh no, we can't have that. No, just kidding. I'll help you make your sign.
Right, yeah.
It's massive.
We'll make such a big sign that it blends together.
There we go. See? Collaboration. I love it.
We got some llamas chilling. Huh.
Those llama traders around there somewhere.
I got distracted with Histamon over here. I thought it was you.
Yeah. Uh, well, I should probably get running. I have an art installation right away over in Gratitude, one of the art galleries. Oh, we have another fan. Oh gosh. Okay, maybe we need to do a selfie here. Okay.
Oh, we gotta do it. Who's over here?
Where do we want to go for this?
Oh, it's Graffiti Kids.
Yes.
See, like now, imagine James, if we had services or like NFTs for sale in here, be like, hey, come over here, check out the QR code. Actually, I will say that.
Okay.
All right, you get to pick the selfie spot. Here.
Oh, where's it at?
And the QR code on the banner?
Oh, I was just, talking to the people that walked up.
Yeah, let's go. We can all hang out over here.
Come check it out. I love how they're doing it.
That looks so cool.
Yeah.
I need to get my 5-year-old building.
Oh yeah, we got to get some selfies of all these dudes hanging out here. It's the community. This is why I love this, dude. It's like so
Right.
cool.
Everybody
It
smile.
feels great.
Excellent. All right, got a couple there, so pass those out after. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, this is a good time. So if, yeah, I will put these up all over the place after. And yeah, does anyone have any last thoughts, last questions, last request? Last request sounds a little morbid, but
And can we get Usher? You got it bad. Just kidding.
don't know about that.
Yeah, I was just joking. It took me back to this roller skating rink days. Can we have any requests? Like, oh yeah, you got to
Yes.
get Usher.
Kill a DJ.
I love that that's the song that came to your head.
Yeah, that was me. And now you can put me in a demographic of little white boys who liked Usher in the 90s.
Sounds about right.
I love it.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks very much for joining us and hanging out and all of the brainstorming and inspiration. I'll be back this afternoon with another one of these fun things. So anyone who wants to come and hang out with us for selfies or anything like that, definitely do. And yeah, we'll see you in a couple hours. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, guys.